how to do the German.
Oh yeah.
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a pretty cool stream. Cam, why don't I let you introduce yourself? I think everyone probably knows you more than they know me anyway.
Yeah. Hi. Hello. I'm here to do the incursions. I'm Tip Danger Cockaroo from Reddit. Yeah. So I'm Cam. If y'all don't know about what I do in the community and my involvement with the podcast that I run and that stuff, I run the Podcast of Champions, and I'm also part of the season. And I'm also Vega's alliance mate in For Loki, and here to run them incursions.
And hey, so Cam, I actually listened to your last two podcast episodes. I had reason to be doing about 14 hours of driving in a period of 3 days last week. And
I would die.
Well, yeah, it was a lot. It was intense. I did not enjoy the driving. That being said, I really enjoyed the guesstimations on the deals coming up for Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and all that. And then your thoughts on Immortal Hulk and Abomination.
Yeah, we do the podcast as just a fun little thing, and there's no real structure to it. I think, when it comes to scripting and when it comes to figuring out what we're going to talk about, we just usually have an outline and we go through all of that. A lot of the feedback that we provide is also privately delivered via the CCP, but then some of that stuff makes it live to my Twitters, and some of them makes it live to the podcast. But yeah, it's just a bit of fun. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I've been catching up on some of your guide videos and some of your champion showcase videos, and let me tell you, you put that big roster of yours to use.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then, so this is the seeding round for the big Prime Incursions tournament. So really, we're just going to look to go as far as we can, kind of have some fun with it today. I mean, it should always be fun. And then we have two people on the call with us today just to kind of help keep up with chat and do that sort of thing. So I'll let them introduce themselves a little bit, but we have DLL, who was the alliance leader for an alliance called Evil, and then Wah, who was a master level alliance for a very, very, very long time. I was part of it, my first real competitive alliance war alliance. And then FaZe is also on there. FaZe, you're actually the only person for Loki that does not have a YouTube channel. Is that true?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. But you have the most boss solos in the alliance. Is that also true?
I think Manny's got more.
That's true. Yeah. All right.
I probably have the most fights, but that's because if they ask me to take something, not even a good matchup for the X.
Someone's got to do it. All right. And then DLL, you're in SSX1, which is also a master alliance and has been for a long time, correct?
Yeah, they've been doing pretty well for a while. I've always had friends there. I think that was something else. But funnily enough, Savage Squad right now is actually what used to be WA. They ended up moving there at one point because JT was holding on to it. So in some ways, I'm still there.
Right on. And then, so we're going to jump into it. We're going to pick the teams, and there will be some gameplay at some point. I just want to say real quick to everyone. Ghost Stock, Jose, Dreamin', Pars, Kais, Nyan, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. Cam, you I don't know if you're aware, we're doing a pretty big giveaway here in a few days, and I'm seeing some questions about it. I just want to remind everyone that the winners will be picked, and they will not be picked by me. We'll be using one of those comment or RNG type sites to use it. And that will be on, I believe it's Wednesday the 25th. I will do everything I can to contact the winners on YouTube. So please make sure you're checking your comments and your alerts on YouTube. I think as of right now, only 500 people have entered it's amazing. The video's been seen by almost 5,000 people, and I think only 500 people have entered, which is great. That really increases your odds. And I'll contact you, and then hopefully we'll get that. And as soon as you contact me back, I get your email address. We'll email out the gift card either through the iTunes store if you're on Apple, or I think it's Google Play if it's Google. I don't use Android, and we haven't had a winner yet through Android, but that's how.
So you're telling me if I want to increase my own odds of getting it,
Yes.
I would have to not promote it. And I would have to bring down my promotion already. And make sure it's seen by as few people as possible.
Yes.
So that's the way to go, right?
Yeah, break into my YouTube account and actually unlist the video. I think was probably the best move. Yeah.
Start promoting it as a different video.
Yeah. This is the one you want. All right, and then so if I don't want to steamroll this, did anyone have anything else to enter, or should we get to it?
You're ready to go.
All right, let's go.
All right. Let me just actually, should I invite you, or are you gonna invite me?
Will you invite me? I did a test run with KT1, and I put us in the wrong level, whatever that is.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that was really fun.
That sounds really fun. Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're not loud enough, huh? Thank you, Dreamin'. We've run into this problem before, haven't we?
So, are we? Do I sound loud enough on the co-host here, on the mics here, or?
I don't know. I just turned you up as loud as you can go, Cam.
Oh yeah.
Cam and FaZe are super quiet. Dream It, is DLL a decent volume? Manually turned up music.
I think Cam was a little low for me.
Super loud.
FaZe is silent. I don't know what to do there, guys, because you're all coming through the same volume for me.
Let me try and increase my settings from my end. Oh, my input volume is already max.
I'll try to turn mine. All right, let's see. I'm at a whisper.
Remember, too, they're on a slight delay, so once we make the adjustment, it might take a minute for...
Yeah, I just turned my input up, so
That's
hopefully
loud.
that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because and this is where my tech lack of knowledge comes through, is right now you're all at the same volume, more or less, on my headset, and you're all coming through the same thing. So I have you, from what I understand, I have you as loud as I can make you through the wavelength. So.
Yeah, I think we figured it out. They can hear me now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Oh wow. Yeah. Only I can hear you. All right. So that's my team. Let's have a little bit of fun here. I was saying maybe we should be using that sunspot of his, that big old sunspot.
And then what else?
Somebody's saying, Vega, can you decrease your sound a bit? How is DLL's voice? How's DLL's volume here?
How do I turn me down?
Cam, who are you bringing?
Corvus, Aegon, Quake. Just my
So,
usual.
like, a regular team.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make Vega the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Hey, Pars or anyone, did my volume go down a little bit? Duke, thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. I always appreciate it. I know this is a tough time with you on the East Coast. Ah, Kais. Thank you so much, Kais.
Yeah, Mags is really good for the perpetual offense and the prowess buff we were talking about.
And I'm pretty good at parrying, so that works out.
Very heavy. That's it. All right, I got this.
Yeah, I can do that. Sound is good. Okay, cool. I think we just thank you everyone for working through with us on the sound too. And then last one.
That spot. What would be a cool little option here?
I was gonna say maybe Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Oh, so good. But I'm not sure if he's like
yeah, I don't know.
good for incursions. Yeah.
Maybe Guardian.
I love Guardian, so I'd be happy to use Guardian.
Guardian has an issue where, it's not an issue. It's basically that his instant shock damage situation.
He can't perform.
Yeah. His instant shock damage situation doesn't actually count as a debuff, like an instant debuff. So like he doesn't interact with those hacks that require you to like place.
Oh,
gotcha. Yeah. You can bring Doom. Doom can be pretty fun.
All right, and Kais, the repair is going really well. I actually finally was back and did war. I did this last war. I was finally home. My emergency is getting better. Thank you everyone who reached out on that. And I needed to repair, and it worked well. So I was got a lot of great tips on that. And FaZe somehow really seemed to understand what was wrong, and we worked on it. And I started getting it down. So that was awesome. All right, so I guess
just realized I was muted that whole time because I didn't want my keyboard sound to come through. Yes, I completely agree with you.
Okay. All right.
I was like, why is nobody listening to me?
All right, so let's jump in, huh?
Ready to go. All right, man. Look at it. Your team's stars, the champion stars, don't actually fit in there, so they're kind of overlapping.
That's hilarious.
Just too many stars. Okay, Incursion 8. I'm gonna try and build up Corvus and Aegon in the earlier rooms. So like if there's an Avenger, I'll take that side. And then we can go from there. Speaking of which, Avengers. Oh god, this is a perfect setup.
Yeah, either one works.
Alright, so I'll go right side.
Take 4.
Can you take that duck?
Oof. ECs has just got Cav, got 6-star Groot. I am sorry for your loss, but one of these days he'll get buffed.
One of these years, you mean?
Yeah. I think my 5-star's up to Sig 120 now. It's gotta happen eventually, right?
Vega, there's a hack. There's a non end of the room hack that is increasing damage based on your debuffs, and that's gonna be crazy for Sunspot.
Yeah, but I would take that prowess for sure.
Yeah, so Kais, thank you so much, buddy. Always appreciate all of those super chats. Good luck, and take care. We'll see you very soon, I'm sure. Thank you.
Vega, did you see Shadow's comment?
No.
Yeah, you got to show the that you're not boosted.
Oh, all right. Which should I take the prowess one? Is that what you're saying?
I would take the prowess one,
Yeah.
given your mutants.
Yeah, especially for Mags, you don't even need the since he gains his own.
Yeah.
And then how will we prove that Cam's not boosted?
Will I take a screenshot? I can take a screenshot.
Yeah, screenshots might be good.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Wow.
Bringing out the big guns.
Dare you? It's true, but how dare you?
Oh, Meta's backing him up.
Wow. Meta. Ah, my heart.
Meta, I miss you, man.
I don't know if incursions are going to be good for my heart. This feels like every fight feels like a war fight. Like,
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything while you were going.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if we should like mute ourselves or something, or if you're gonna mute us out.
no,
I think we can just focus on chat while he's fighting instead of, telling him everything that he might possibly be doing wrong.
Yeah,
I think that'd be really good for him.
Everybody's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because I know when I run with Ares, I have to like hide in cave if he's fighting with Quake or somebody. If he's fighting with Quake, I have to like shut everything off and mute him.
Dog saying that you'll need to show item use at the end of each room since I'm not streaming.
Okay, because that should show yours as well.
Yeah.
at the end of each room, since... Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Integral showed up. How's it going?
See, if there was a reason for me, if there was a reasoning for me to be a cheap ass and not use items or boost, incursion items are definitely that. Like, incursion items definitely fall within the category because they're expensive as hell, man. They're like, a revive is like
They're ridiculous.
300 units. Are you kidding? 300 units.
I think it's cheaper than it was before, though. They lowered it down a little bit.
Vega, you're going to want to start knocking him down, right? That's life cycle.
Oh, I must have misasked on the node I wanted down. Thank you for pointing that out.
You wanted 4 down, right? Did I mess up?
I don't know. Is room 1 good? If we only made it to room 1, would that be...
Oh, you clearly got a point in despair, though, so that's helped.
Yeah, that's helping a lot.
Well, I'm open to any advice. I actually hate life cycle. It's probably...
Just game to your SP3.
That works. I was gonna say just keep landing heavies is how I go through it.
Okay.
Like the normal sunspot way works fine.
The easiest way is just to get your L3 and then knock him. You only need to knock him down once at that point, and then just wait for it to start and launch it.
Pressure gauge. What the hell? Okay, alright, fine.
Oh, I think that's Cam. You said the creator of Incursions might be by. Is that Kabam tipped?
Oh, yes. Hello.
Oh, thank you so much for stopping
In
by.
the chat, but-
Yeah.
I tipped. I'm doing this pressure gauge fight. Why do you put this in here?
So, Dreamin, were you saying that it was definitely my fault? I said take down 4, but life cycle was on 3. Carl, thank you for stopping by. Meta. Wow.
Yep, this note doesn't belong in here.
PP's here too.
Which one is pressure gauge again? I mean, I'll let Cam finish fighting before he explains. Vega, can you click on it actually?
Click on what?
The boss. Let's look at the node.
Oh.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that sounds kind of rude.
That is very rude.
That's way too long to read.
Basically, it means that you have to block a certain number of times relative to how many hits you land,
Oh,
or
you have to
bad
keep
things
it-
happen.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I lost 50% health to that.
Ouch.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, at least it was room or zone 1 because with higher rooms attack values, I agree. That's not really an incursions friendly node.
They tipped.
Ooh,
Bad.
buff cornucopia right off the bat.
Bad kebab list now. Rage into combat, lightning fist.
Should I take buff cornucopia? Wasn't there something about waiting to take that until later in the
Well, it's not
incursions?
gonna matter in room 1.
Yeah, it's not going to matter, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
that the others really help you that much.
Okay.
And I don't know. I like keeping my champions topped off, which is the main reason that my usual incursions team is Claire, Killmonger, Void, because I can keep them all at 100% health almost all the time.
So keeping your champions with a lot of health is good in this game?
I do
Oscar,
find it tends to help.
The giveaway is on a video. It says "I love you 2000" giveaway on Vega's channel. Just go into his history and you'll see it.
I'll stick to the right side. Can you take out node 2?
Can you take down 3?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Giveaways in the chat, guys. Metaphors caught me. That's actually never going to give you up.
Okay.
You know, he'd be really annoying in Incursions, but for the life of me, I cannot figure out why they didn't just release Diablo with the random unstoppable thing. Like, if you're going to give it to him in literally every event quest ever to make him a challenge, why not just make it part of his kit?
Is it all random though, or is he like? Is it when he is brewing, or he's ready? He's already brewed.
Well, what it is they always give him 2 nodes, one of which gives him a chance when hit. That's the random part to like brew and then activate the concoctions. And then there's another one that when he activates them, he goes unstoppable.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't do the whole no items thing.
Wait, does that refresh per room? I thought that was a global thing.
No, it refreshes every room.
Shows what I know. Well, you are streaming.
Yeah, just help me remember.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before you move on to the next one, you can maybe check right now and show that Cam's healthy. But
I mean, I have 50% on Aegon, but you know that's tipped. Damn it.
Kazam Tip says he loves to play Annihilus with Tides of Combat in Incursions. That sounds... I guess that does sound fun, but I don't know about on Zone or on Sector 8.
Is that the one? Is that the pack where the debuffs expire? It gives you
A Fury?
Yeah.
I believe so. It's either that or it's the one where you get power when you gain a Fury, which would probably also be pretty nice for him.
An Annihilus with all those debuffs and the frequent buffs, I think, would be pretty good for this.
Yeah, especially if you spec into like armor break upgrades.
Yeah.
What's up, Clyde? Thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. I really appreciate it. And all the comments you leave, I really enjoy those a lot. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Parzival asks about Quake with Tide of Combat. Cam, is that the one that you ended up picking?
I did martial artist. I didn't have Tide of Combat as an option in that first room, as far as I remember. But yeah, Quake with Tide of Combat is really good too.
Okay, so I need to show no items. How do I do that?
You can
when you go to the before you click continue, you scroll like there's
It's one of the buttons behind your picture.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Tide of Combat.
Oh, but great. Good luck on the run as Cam streaming also. I'm not. I've been trying to sort that out, but this week we also had the in-laws, so it would be even more difficult. Man, I love these top zone rewards.
There we go.
Did they want me to screenshot it or just show it like this?
Show's fine. If they need a screenshot, we can go back and do it ourselves.
Yeah,
Right?
it's gonna be fine.
Good point. You know, the organizers have just put in a lot of work, and you know, people are trying to be funny and joke around, but they were just getting a lot of grief, let's say. So I want to make sure I follow the rules and respect the time they've put in.
Okay.
Meta asks, how do I get in on these tourneys? The requirement was mainly that one of you has to be able to stream, right? Or was there more?
I think that was it. Ghost Dogs.
Okay.
Oh, there's Ghost Dogs still in the chat. So
Can you take the node 1?
Yeah, because Duke and I were joking about that last stream. Oh, maybe we'll just enter it, but then neither of us has a capture card, so that idea died pretty quick.
So this is one on 3. The stun defender's attacks have a 10% chance to inflict a stun debuff. Does that just mean attacks that like actually hit me, or any attack they throw?
Yeah, that's a completely useless node if you don't get hit.
As long as they don't get hit.
Yeah. I mean, that's an if, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I say it's a completely useless node, but I feel like I need to throw in the caveat there because it'd be really embarrassing if you got stun locked after I said.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you taking a turn. So if you could take 3, Cam, and after all that, and then what node did you want me to take, buddy?
1.
Okay.
1. Right.
Ooh, Meta says he streams. I am very tempted. I don't know. Yeah, Ghost says this one is closed. That was my next thought.
Meta, I don't think you can run an incursion in 7 Deadly Sins, but okay.
Oh god, does he play the anime game like Zeton?
I believe so, yeah. Oh, Carl is in the chat. Ah,
I haven't looked into it. I'm sure it's fun.
yeah. It makes a lot of money too.
Amazingly, I've never seen ads for that one. It's always Raid Shadow Legends and Genshin Impact for me.
Well, Genshin Impact ended up making like its production cost back in like 11 days.
That's absurd.
It's one of the most successful mobile games. It's also like a PC game, so.
Yeah. I've heard it would, from what I can tell, it looks like it's basically Final Fantasy plus Breath of the Wild packaged into a mobile platform.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, Meta, I would be definitely interested in doing that next time. Fun.
I love Corvus.
Thanks for stopping by, Ghost Dog. He says he'll be listening, but driving from here on out.
Have a safe drive.
Bishop's one of those champions I always forget something on. Do I not want to use Sunspot against him?
I do not want to use Doom.
Oh god, you don't want... actually, you may want to use Doom, actually, from your
just for the power control? Would Magneto not be better?
Magneto also has basic hits that are...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, you might want to use Doom. Just
Yeah, Doom cycling Bishop in the Abyss is basically the same thing as Bishop in the Abyss. You want to push him to the SP3, keep him there. Just do a Doom cycle, like a regular Doom cycle. I mean, not like that, but...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Come on, buddy.
Whew.
that was pretty good.
That reminds me of running through Act 6 with Doom. There's some of those fights, you're just like, come on, I just need one more hit. Whew.
Parzival, thanks for the podcast, dude. Of course, I mean, I'm just really glad that people enjoy it. That was really fun.
You got to give the people a show. You know what I mean? Like, anyone could just do it and not push the opponent to SP3. You know, anyone could do that.
If your heart rate doesn't go up, it's not a good YouTube stream.
Okay.
So PP asked, am I cooking Thanksgiving dinner? No, I am not. It is, I am not. I am not personally cooking it. No, I can't take credit for that.
Lucky.
We're probably going to have like Trader Joe's frozen food here, honestly.
Will it just be you and your lady friend?
Yeah, it'll just be me and her because on Sunday we're actually heading from Pittsburgh down to Houston, and when we get there, we're going to be quarantining for like a week and change in an Airbnb in my hometown, which is going to be really surreal. And then we'll be spending the next month or so with the parents. But gotta be careful. My parents
Yeah.
are old.
Before coming over to the in-laws, we also quarantined for 2 weeks at our own house. But
Yeah,
we're almost
been
there.
super
Like when it comes to this thing, we're almost there. So we just gotta be careful right now.
yeah, light at the end of the tunnel.
But also, I am cooking. I've been starting cooking today, continuing tomorrow, and then finishing up on Thursday. So it's been.
That sounds fun.
It,
I'm definitely looking forward to when we get there. My parents have some really nice toys in the kitchen, like a pizza oven and stuff. I just
Wow.
love being home.
Uh,
Yeah, Dreamin says it's rough. I mean, Dreamin, you're still teaching, right? That's my brother's a public school teacher, and that's definitely one of the hardest things right now.
okay, can you take node 1? I
Yeah.
also took time with that Loki boss because he had SP lock 2 on, so I healed up a bunch on Aegon from the debuff.
Cam, do you have someone to take node 3?
Yeah, Corvus.
Oh, okay. And you asked me to take 1, correct?
Yeah.
Carl says Cam should start a food podcast.
There was some cooking talk on the last one. It was really interesting about like someone who sears meat and differently and when to season it. I got a little lost. It was above my level of knowledge, but it was cool.
I love cooking. I have some sort of background in cooking, but
That's awesome.
yeah, cooking is pretty great. It's kind of what keeps me sane during this whole thing too. Aside from obscurity, that is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, cooking's fun, and at the end you get to eat it. I don't know why you wouldn't like it.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny that when I started drinking, at first my mom was really worried about me, and then she realized that I was basically approaching it the same way that she does cooking. It's like, Mom, I'm just mixing the flavors, and then it.
Well, I think it concerned her because you were 8.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
might be it.
I think that was the problem.
8 months, right?
Have we lost Phase?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh,
I just
He's
But
in
yeah,
there
well,
to chat.
I didn't want to jump in.
is there a football game today as well, or?
No. I wouldn't have agreed to this if there was.
Oh, right.
Where are you from, FaZe?
I'm in New York.
Okay.
I'm on Long Island.
Who should I use against this Storm? She's someone who I typically take in like a very specific counter.
That's a good question because you generally. I think she has energy resistance, and it's not great to knock her down, which
Yeah.
is kind of your whole thing here.
That's what I was just thinking.
But that said, I think Magneto's probably still the one to go because just as long as you're fine at dodging the L1s, you just build to the L3 and she'll go down fine.
All right, let's see what happens.
RR7 says use Doom. Well, hopefully I'm not wrong.
Good thing it's only the seeding round.
Yeah. I would still probably knock her down because all that's going to happen is she's going to get more prowess, but you will too, right?
At a certain point, when she has above 6 prowess, her specials are going to go unblockable.
Right. Well, that's why I said if you're comfortable with the L1 evade. Otherwise, yeah, listen to Cam, not me.
What did Cam have to say?
Cam just pointed out that when you knock her down and she has both, she gains the prowesses faster, and so she will eventually go unblockable on her L1s.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want that to happen, so let's just kind of play this safe.
Yeah, you can also kind of control it by when she's at 2 prowess, you can just wait for her to throw the L1 and not get to your next bar of power.
Does she have? Is she taking damage back when hitting her? Let me check.
So she's someone who, like, I see her and I bring in Guardian. Like, I just don't even think about it. So when I saw her,
Fair amount of sense.
yeah, there's something, if I remember correctly, like with his power drain, and it like, does it disable her Tempest or something?
Yeah, there's something like that. Like when power drained or locked, something happens to her.
He's a great counter, but as a result, I don't know how to fight her very well.
I know what you mean.
I just learned how to evade her L1.
I actually think it's pretty easy, but the problem is when you're getting used to it, it's not a consistent timing. It's like boom, boom, pause, boom, instead of 3.
I outranged the first 2 shots, and then just, you can anticipate the third one.
Yeah, that's very true. I think the hardest thing for a lot of people is just the second hit of the L1, because if that catches you, then the third one's going to hit.
Yeah.
But it is a pretty consistent timing.
Can I not select a hack in one of these? Because I have the Incinerate one, the Lightning Fist, and Impact Hurt, so all of the bad ones.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice. I don't know if Tipped is still here.
Did you follow me?
Well,
I did.
But I was trying to click on the other one and it wouldn't let me. I just kept clicking on you. So I went to this one. 'Cause I thought you had switched up, but I guess you had not.
If that happens again, maybe I do I'd back out and come back the same way you fix the Human Torch pre-fight.
Yeah, that's a weird bug. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can see, I'm stuck right now.
Yeah, I would back out then.
Yeah, let's back out. Tipped. Help.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, if Tipped is still here, it would be very nice if you. It might be considered exploitable, so I could understand why it's not there. But it would be nice if you saw the 3 hacks for the boss, and then they like actively worked against the build that you're going for. You could go, you know what? I'll just not take this or heal instead.
Yeah.
So that ended up meaning I didn't get a buff thing either.
Yeah.
Right. But you get 2.
It's early. It's early. You're fine.
Yeah, you get 2 here.
You know, I'll decide if I'm fine or not. Okay, let's just.
No. Right now you're fine. Maybe not by the end of this room. But...
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah.
Okay, the Mystic one here has the permanent dagger, right? Something like that.
Yeah, the permanent. What is it? Null field.
Okay. Toxic can. All right. And the science one evades. So, Vega, do you want to? Actually, it's just a mirror match here. That doesn't really make a difference.
Vega, just don't take the Mystic
right side. You want to take that Mystic bot.
Oh.
Actually, no. Can you take that?
If he's using mags, the Mystic one sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he could use Doom or Sunspot actually gets around it.
If that's gonna be the case, let me take the left side.
No, well he's got other champions. I was just saying.
Yeah. Let me take the left side, and you take both of the science ones on the right side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tip says the idea is to make you commit to the RNG. Yeah, I know. I just don't like getting to a bishop boss and both of us have lightning fists up. You know.
That's why I never pick that hack.
Me either. If I can avoid it, I never take that or pyrokinetic, and it's literally just because of bishop.
Yeah, it's that or redoubled or any other nodes they could have.
I'm gonna take the science one on this side.
Tip says that we would try and have the hacks not be detrimental to the build. Yeah, I could see that.
There's so many though; it's probably super hard to do that.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, because some people probably like it, but I was gonna say it might be nice if pyrokinetic and lightning fist didn't show up in the same run.
What's the SP2 for this?
He says they're looking at it.
For this drone?
Is this the? I don't remember.
Play it safe, just block it, whatever it is. You're making.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out for sure, right?
Well,
It's vision.
okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, the SP1 was vision. I didn't know if the if it would carry over to the SP2 as well.
Yeah, I think the Ultron drones are all consistent. It's the symbioids that mix them up, but I don't remember exactly.
What's the stuff for the Mystic one?
It's I got it up here.
Is that the Black Bolt one, or?
So the Mystic one is Iron Man, and it's 0% combat power rate, but slowly gains 33% power over 9 seconds. Specials have a chance to stun, bleed, and poison immune. Obviously, permanent passive Fate Seal.
Yeah.
Oh, Tipped is saying that they're looking at updating Pyro and Lightning next time to potentially make them apply on the last hit of a combo and tune it a little bit up. And I'm assuming that would probably be a guarantee then instead of a chance if it's only the last hit. But yeah, that level of control would be nice against... Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be good against evaders, but I couldn't see that being a huge part of your build against evaders anyway. So that sounds like a pretty good change.
Am I hearing Dap or am I just cuckoo?
Do I sound like Dap?
It's not Dap. Yeah, and sorry, folks. Super Cool Panda, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Cuckoo. Everyone's agreeing on Cuckoo.
Is Zizo or Zyzo another 4 Loki? Or I don't recognize that.
I don't think so, but every time this happens, I say that, and then we find out, like, nope, he's in your BG.
The one who signs your pass.
Mhm.
No for.
That almost happened to me today, but I kept quiet in Savage SSX1's main chat. Somebody posted a fight of a boosted mini, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder where they found that." And then I was like, "Oh, that's he's in BG1. I should know that." In my defense, he's fairly new. Yeah, Dreamin calls you out, Vega. Can you name 10 4 Loki members?
Well, there's Vega, and then Cam, Dreamin, Carl. Hold on, I gotta do this. You know that if I do too many things at once, I'm gonna ruin everything.
We got the Swiss whale.
You got 4.
We got one on call.
Remember, the last zone I followed Cam and did not get a buff. So let me just.
And how did Carl even come? Who is Carl?
Make sure you show my champs and stuff.
There's a Carl, right? Carl.
I think so.
I know Carl. So
I should pull up the official list.
B Manny, Delithius, Clown, right? How many is that? That's like 8?
That's 7.
7. Oh man, I'm on the spot now. Gonzo, Pure Gonzo, Chelize, Celise. Is it Chelize or Celise? Can we get consensus on that?
It's Chalice. Ares told him to send a voice message pronouncing it.
Wow.
I
Okay.
remember when we made it. I remember when we made Emon do that.
Beautiful accent.
Don't forget about taters, of course.
All right, that's 10. Now
Thank
let's
you.
see if you can name an 11th and beat Dreamin'.
Well, let me just what note? Where am I headed on this?
Okay. Which either side could work for both of us. I think you can get some good healing on that Morning Star for your Magneto.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Should I take out that Red Hulk for you or that?
Yeah. I fight power from afar enough in war. I hate it.
Okay.
Huh. We really need to look at the I don't know if there's settings for the stream elements bot, but it just timed out Zizo. Sorry about that, Zizo. I wonder if it considers bald a slur.
Yeah. You know, every time this happens, I gotta actually make a note to do it because it does. It times out someone who didn't do anything wrong at all. Sorry about that.
Need to get that alpha.
Nah, Dreamin' is also timed out for 30, or it says timed out for 30 seconds, but then he typed. Okay, so, you know what? What do I know?
Maybe the bot's no bad, though, if it knew to time out Dreamin'.
Oh, just timed out somebody else. Yeah, it must be the all caps. Watch that, guys. That must be a spam filter to try and prevent people from using all caps to get Vega's attention. We will read your comments.
It timed out Dreamin' to make up for the first guy.
But 3PX asks any info about Devil of Hell's kitchen.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Okay. All right.
I really hope they're going to give us a Christmas present by actually buffing both of them or something, though. I'm still a little salty about it only being one of them.
What's with all the shock debuff stuff in Incursions? Like, what am I not getting?
Didn't you pick Lightning Fists?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I was asking about the shock.
You can check after this fight if you click on your there's a like green like winged looking icon or whatever with the number on it.
Oh, she's not going to place a bleed on me, is she?
Oh, because of the ability accuracy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I guess not. And
In
also,
hindsight, we all should have seen that coming.
yeah.
I forgot she was metal, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was trying to read chat. That's my excuse.
Oh, I'm glad someone's being responsible. Thank you.
I'm also lying.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Fluffy Pig Monster's here.
Nice.
I think with the shock stuff, he was referring to the lower level hacks buffing up shock debuffs.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see. It's just surprising to me to see so much of it.
Oh, you took Pyro. Never mind, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, my guess is that it's just, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my guess is it's to try and make, champs like Nebula fun for some people, if that's what they have.
Wow.
I don't know. I do want to try an Incursions team sometime of Elsa, Darkhawk, and Venom. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Darkhawk would be your main one, but, with Elsa on the team, it'd be pretty easy to get that healing.
Oh god, I didn't read the notes on that Mysterio. What are they?
Oh yeah, Vega. Yeah.
Ah. Okay, I know what this is.
Okay, it's CISO. Thank you, Philip.
CISO. And tipped. What I just meant, so just so you know, this is the second time I think I've ever. No,
Backup recovery cam, by the way.
Oh,
Just
that was not the tricky note, dub.
sorry. Go on, Vega. I just wanted to help him out if he hadn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, no, of course. Is that I have not done Incursions very much. It's the second time I've done it, probably in the last like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months. And so I'm just surprised to see so many enhancements of shock. That's it.
Yeah, because I'm sure Darkhawk would actually benefit a lot from those shock enhancements. I mean, on the one hand, I'm very annoyed by his design, because it means if somebody is debuff immune, like he's useless against Taskmaster and actively bad against Killmonger because every single one counts as a debuff. Unlike, all of the other champions out there that just have direct damage that doesn't count as a debuff.
Yeah, it's an instant shock.
Yeah, but in this particular case, where it says shock debuffs do more damage, that could actually be nice.
Which side do you want?
It is Street Fighter, where
There's
the
a-
Vega comes from.
Well, there's a metal champ on either side, so I got buff cornucopia, so I could try to use that. Right?
I can do jugs, and you can take on
Vulture, yeah, whatever's
Vulture and War Machine.
okay.
Let me check my side.
Can you take Human Torch?
Yep.
Kabam says that comes down to a design philosophy that the boss hacks have associated common hacks enhancing them. That makes a lot of sense. Or I guess at least 2, because there's more than 2 attribute boosts. Excuse me for that.
Attribute.
I love the attribute boost ones. Those are really good for Claire. If you just ramp up her crit rating and her crit damage rating, and then triple those. She hits like a truck. It's awesome. Hey, we have 2 winners in the chat. Super Cool Panda asked where the Vega name comes from. Carl mentioned Street Fighter, and Metaphors guess Pulp Fiction. And if I remember correctly from last time you answered that, Vega, it's both. So good job, guys.
That's exactly right. Almost no one ever guessed Pulp Fiction, though.
That Human Torch fight almost got very hairy. I had the Incinerate hack on. And I was just lucky that I accidentally went in there with Aegon. Ripped. We need those hacks fixed. I was like, why is he getting smolder? Oh no. Oh no. I made a mistake.
Arrested Development.
Why'd you pick it in the first place?
I had no options. It was either that, the shock one, or Impact Purge.
Oh, then you take that one.
Impact Purge? I don't want to lose my own buffs.
Yeah, Impact Purge is the worst. I mean, technically it only really hurts you if you're using heavies, but I like champions that use heavies.
Yeah, me too.
I remember
having Impact Purge with Corvus, and you want to go for that heavy knockdown to get that force charge, and then you lose all your other charges.
I remember the first time I tried Impact Purge, I misread it as just nullifying and not like also costing you one of yours. So I tried it with Hyperion, and I was really sad for like 3 zones.
Tip saying not a lot of shock champions, so the base level utility is minimal. So if you're picking everything but the shock common hacks, the list would be small. I mean, you'd see the shock hacks more often. Yeah, that's true. They don't repeat. In fact, first might see above 2 looking into it. Tip is pretty cool, man.
That would be great. Yeah, I've definitely been enjoying incursions. I mean, I don't do them as often as I would like to because they still take a fair amount of time, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it when I do have the time to do it.
How does buff cornucopia works? Is it like every time I gain a buff, I have a chance to gain another one?
Yep.
Okay.
Or I think even more than one sometimes.
So it behooves me to just prolong this fight, right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
As long as you're not taking any damage, the more buffs you get, the more chance for a regen.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right. Oh, well. You know, I don't know. Does everyone know that who Tipped is? I don't know if we introduced Tipped.
We mentioned it, but we probably have some new people.
Yeah, maybe update it.
What Super Cool Panda means. His answers are great. Yeah, he does work for Kabam. He's been working. He basically did the Incursions revamp from the start, and he also does some other stuff too.
And Super Cool Panda, if you were joking, funny joke, obviously. And if you weren't, I could understand why you would not believe that Tipped worked for Kabam. I mean, anyone could just create that name on YouTube and use it. I mean, I had imposters when, just a few months ago, so it happens.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Alan, yeah, who did everyone vote for? I voted for Omega Sentinel.
I voted for Hercules, but that was only because I liked the description of the concept better. I don't have anything against Omega Sentinel, and actually after I voted, I looked her up, and she does look kind of interesting. It'd be kind of a representation point too, although I'd love to also get Kamala Khan buffed, but I think she's the only other South Asian character in the game right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still waiting for America Chavez.
We also only have Quake as an Asian, like East Asian character.
Yeah, it depends on if you count Psylocke or not.
Yeah, maybe Psylocke. Perpetual Offense, oh my god, that's like the best one for Corvus.
And for
Mags. If you have Perpetual Offense
for Doom, and I love Perpetual Offense.
Yeah, if you have Perpetual Offense, buff Cornucopia, and the Prowess buff, it's insane for Mags.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fair point, Dreamin'. He mentions Sorcerer being Indian. Yeah, I think so, because her name's Kali, right? Okay, so we have two, and one is very good, and one is Kamala Khan, who's fine. Fight me, Shadow.
Kamala Khan is from Pakistan, I believe.
Yeah, South Asian, but not Indian.
You don't confuse those two.
No, I said South Asian earlier. I've been uncareful.
Energized spiked armor. Okay. I think you can take. Which side do you prefer? That Kingpin is gonna be super fun with your Sunspot.
What's that?
That Kingpin is gonna be really fun with your Sunspot.
Seriously? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No,
Yeah,
like he's gonna shrug off a lot of your incinerates. He's gonna activate his rage, but when he shrugs them off, you gain power and
Ah, got it. Okay. So you want me to take out Kingpin?
Let me check. Yeah.
people are still talking about Kamala Khan. Maybe we're on a delay or it got covered up, but yes, she is Pakistani American. For anyone who's not used to the terminology, at least when I've encountered it, I believe South Asian is used to refer to Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. And I guess also Sri Lanka.
Cam, can you take out Sabretooth?
Yes, sir.
Can we get back to America Chavez and why she should be added?
I'm totally in favor of that, man.
Thank you.
Well, my first vote was still Okoye. I don't know why I love spear champions. Like in any game. Just like spear stuff.
I think a lot of people did because she was probably going to be skilled, obviously.
Yes.
We kind of need those.
Yep,
We very badly do.
that was a big part of my thinking too.
But it also could have just been new and unique animations. Because I don't think we have anybody who fights that way.
Well, yeah. I voted for Omega Sentinel because obviously, I feel like there has to be some sort of synergy with Omega.
This might buff my Sentinels as well.
That was awesome. And Cam was right. That was really fun.
Pretty cool fight, huh?
Yeah. I really couldn't tell though if you were serious or not. The first fight I ever had in that War Alliance, that first serious War Alliance I ever had, Dreamin will remember this. I was nervous as heck. I had made a big step up. It was the first war season ever. My first war ever. Dreamin was actually my BG officer. And they assigned me, like, it was Kingpin. I know I died to Kingpin. And I just got obliterated. Like, it wasn't even close. And I wanted to just hide.
Don't worry, we have Brian Grant who has a history of dying to Kingpin, and we also have Dreamin who has a history of dying to Sentry and Gwenpool.
Didn't BG die one, like, he had a one death season and it was the last War 2 Kingpin?
Yeah.
By far my most embarrassing death of all time is pretty soon after Iron Man Infinity War came out. And when I had fought him in event quests, I just exclusively used heavies with Hyperion and just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Vega.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I didn't really know how to use him. Oh.
That's not good.
Don't worry about it. We got a revive at the end of room 10. I think we should wait until room 10 to... Actually, no. Revive at, wherever you want. Then heal next room. Then room 10, we can do you can do the double hack thing.
I don't know what made me decide to try to evade that anyway. I mean, not that like it's that hard, but still.
Sometimes you're feeling it.
Yeah, I was in the zone. I was starting to enjoy the conversation too.
You're less interesting, I think.
Could you guys get more boring? Yes, please. I'm blaming you.
Who
That's
started a conversation?
Oh god, I didn't check the
Who
box.
said something interesting?
Why do I do this to myself? What the? Why am I not getting
Well,
past?
the end of that story is basically that for some reason, I forget why, I think I brought him for something else and I was asked to go there later. I ended up fighting Iron Man Infinity War with Luke Cage and only using heavies. Needless to say, I timed out. It was probably, definitely the most embarrassing fight I've ever had.
With like 80% health left?
You know what? I think I did about half. Like, Luke did pretty well, but then afterwards, it was, for those of you who remember Emon, he was just like, Dude, you know you can combo as long as he's below 4 armors, right?
Honestly, I usually wait out the armor ups, and then I'll throw a heavy or do a combo, build up to a special, and then launch it when he has none.
Hey, were you guys
Well,
saying
yeah,
that I should use the heal?
The tend wounds is what gets Sunspot back up if you want to use him again. Cam, were you saying to wait on that?
No, let's revive here and then heal next room and then double hack on room 10. That sounds like would be the best bang for your buck.
You sound confident.
Also, back in the day when Iron Man Infinity War first came out, those were some fun theory crafting days. I remember them.
Yeah, they were. He was the only guy I got from the pre-release crystals.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
All right. Let's see. Oh, there's a Doom here. Nice. Very cool. I love Doom. Spiked armor. Spiked armor and Doom. Wow, that's great. Thanks.
That sounds like a Quake fight, right?
Yeah.
Well, what does the boss have?
Get back to chat a bit. RR7 says most skill champs suck or need the awakening.
Can you take that Captain America? Everyone.
I don't know if I can. Because he has spiked armor.
Wait, what? No, he doesn't have spiked armor. He's giving spiked armor to
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
Yes, just don't.
by checking on Idolus. Yeah, I've tried reaching out to Idolus a bunch. He used to respond a bit before, but I think he has just moved on from the game, and I would love to have him back in the community, but people gotta do what they gotta do sometimes.
I enjoyed his channel.
Yeah.
Cam, can you take a bomb?
Yeah. All right. Cam, would you trade me retiring for Idolus to come back?
Dreaming is a masochist.
I'm lost for words because those two would be some of the best things that has ever happened to me in game. Two of them, both of them.
Tip says goal is to try and keep Incursions abreast with the rest of the economy as things progress. I am happy to hear that. I have all 4 economies keeping up in this game.
What do you guys think I should use here? Because Doom is by far my healthiest champion.
I mean, theoretically, with Sunspot, you only take damage on the first parry.
But I kind of don't want to use him at all.
Also die again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely wouldn't use Doom. It's just too unreliable.
Magneto it is.
Hey, you're still here, right? I'm trying to think about, because RR said that skill champs either need awakening or suck. I mean, Nick and Aegon definitely need the awakening. But I'm thinking about others. I mean, I don't think Killmonger needs it. It's a nice damage boost for sure, but he has all its utility. Elsa doesn't need it. Does Hitmonkey need it? I don't have him.
No.
Yeah, I actually don't have Hitmonkey at all.
But Cam, you say he doesn't need the awakening.
No, he's fine, undo.
Yeah, and Adam mentioned Stealth Spidey doesn't particularly need it.
He doesn't need it, but I mean, for what he's good for, like, you want the damage.
Yeah, no, the Furies for sure help. And before they fixed the timers in War, Killmonger almost needed it on attack. The damage boost is huge. But yeah, I'm not sure that's true.
I mean, other than that, there's no. I'm scrolling through right now, and it's It's not a
After
great
that
class.
is where it gets dark.
Yeah, it's not a great class.
Dream is saying stealthy's fine for what he's good for on dude. That being just arena.
Oh, what about the new Black Widow?
Strands is a big fan of her and says she doesn't need dupe because you think it. In his words, it only enhances the weakest part of her kit.
Yeah. She has this mechanic with sabotage, and sabotage is just awful. Like, all front is like a weak ability accuracy reduction, weak damage, and the the awaken ability just all it does is enhancing that.
Right. Yeah, I just pulled her and was asking him about her because I know he's been a fan for a long time. True
I'm
Anonymous
about to quit, so this is gonna be fun.
we'll let you focus. True Anonymous asks, does Void need synergies to beat Realm of Legends Wolverine? No, but you're gonna want the him awakened.
Funny how Adam says Mystic used to be the worst class.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Way
about
back. I remember when Cosmic used to be the worst class. Unless you had Thor.
Yeah, those were dark days. When Hyperion came out, it was like, whew, thank God.
Yep. It was like you either had like Thor or like Drax.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know that Mystic was the worst class though, because you still had before Doom and Widow, you still had
Yeah, Scarlet Witch.
well and you had Magic, Voodoo, Morningstar for what she was good for.
Ooh.
There were some good ones.
Let's not. Okay, I have an idea. Let me see what the boss notes are. Okay, tenacity, plague, mind, aggression, fury. Okay, I can take this boss length, and then we can figure something out in the next room. All good. All right.
Dreamin' or Vega Dreamin' asks if you knew that Doom's L1 power drains.
No. Is that a recent buff?
Yeah, I think they just came out with that one.
It was a silent buff.
That is what Kabam normally does. After all, is buff champions without telling us about it.
Oh my gosh, that was...
Sorry.
I just wanted to see if we could do it again. Push him to his SP3 and just see what would happen.
They spend so much work on those animations.
Yeah.
You owe it to them to take one on the chin every once in a while.
Okay, maybe you should try and take the bishop with the Magneto.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
All right, champs, we're gonna have a bit of radio silence here for.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Brutal. Yeah. That did not. Yeah, I mean it's a seeding round. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
You did make zone 9. I mean. Energize is brutal on Bishop. So I think what we learned today is that maybe you should have someone on your team that does physical damage.
Oh yeah. That could be nice.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it could have been worse. You could have died to the first bishop.
That's true. That is true.
They were just buttering you up for this one. They were like, "Oh, you got past this. We're gonna get him later."
Yeah, man. It was a fun run.
I've definitely taken rooms with 2 Electro Minis and a Bishop boss that feel like that.
They'll get you.
It's very easy to get roadblocked. It's very easy.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like we just got a super chat here, though. Yo, I apologize if I mispronounced it. Thank you so much. Good night. I hope that was at least enjoyable, laughable, and entertaining. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, that is really frustrating.
I also made a big old mistake on the boss. I went for an intercept, and I did not actually go for the intercept. She came for the intercept.
Oh, so it's Cam's fault. It's Cam's fault.
Yeah. You very much got me right there.
Cam, you are
Not you, and the champion just like stops blocking.
you're a gentleman and a scholar for throwing yourself under the bus right there. I mean, I just pushed him to an SP3 for the second time. Like,
I mean, pushing Bishop to the SP3 with Doom is inevitable. Basically, you're doing energy damage all the time. Also,
And with
you're doing yeah, man. We'll hopefully be talking and chatting along, figuring out some better strategies for the actual run.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a pretty good seed, I think. Ghost Dog, you're gonna be facing the first seed, I think. The last seed facing the first seed.
You never know.
Never know, yeah.
You guys are probably not the only one to get roadblocked in Zone 9.
Yeah. If Dreamin wants to join, he can get roadblocked all he wants. It'll be a fun time. All right, y'all. We can back out of here. He's throwing stun spot in there. Oh my god, this is not gonna end well, is it? Maybe it is.
Oh my god.
Pretty good power gain, huh? Yeah. Really
Yeah,
good.
I was like, oh, maybe he's got this. And then, yeah, he backed up and, Jesus.
Pretty good power gain.
that was fun. All right. Yeah, I'm all right. Well. Okay. Jeez.
I already got him.
Since you guys didn't make it to 10, you should probably just open cabs and try to get to 3 million.
What? No. I've been grinding over here for Cyber Weekend. Excuse me, open cabs. How dare you?
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, this was fun. It feels so like I had set aside like 2 hours for this. Being done early with this.
Maybe you should start over and just pretend like you never ran.
Yeah. Oh man, they make you fill out a sheet. The organizers of this have really put forth a lot of time. It's very cool that they have.
Oh, you had to put the start time on it too? Just tell them it was the wrong time zone.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Oh
hey,
man.
It's been an hour and a half. If you set aside 2 hours, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well. Yeah. Okay.
Guardian is overrated. Excuse me.
What?
Integral showing up at the last second to start fights.
Integral. Come on.
No. 3-star Venom. That's the real overrated champion right there.
Who?
Integral would know.
Take care, Shadow. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Damn, who'd you say was overrated?
3-star Venom.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
the overrated champion.
I didn't hear the 3-star part. I thought you were actually talking about Venom. I was like, what?
3-star Venom.
Good
And
night.
It is also overrated.
Adam Johnston is asking for tips with 524. Not seeing roster or anything, it's kind of difficult to give general stuff. The link to our Discord is in the description. If you want to hop in there, we'd be happy to talk it out with you, man. And a reminder that Cam's website is also in the description.
Yeah, if you guys like listening to Cam's soothing voice and want to hear it for hours,
All I do
go
is
check that out.
listen to my own voice.
Thanks for coming by, Tip. That was fun.
Yeah, appreciate it a lot. Take care, Zizo and Ryan. Dude, your voice. I have to ask you, Cam. Who's your co-host?
Star. She is a moderator on the subreddit, and she also does Twitter stuff along with me. So yeah, she's been my co-host since Idolist left the game.
Oh, I didn't realize that Idolist was. I mean, I caught on that you were a fan. I didn't realize that you were. You had worked together like that.
Well, Idolist started the podcast.
Yeah, they had some good stuff. They had like hour-long podcasts before the champion even got released.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
speculate a lot. That's before joining the CCP and actually knowing the stuff, so we could speculate on a lot of different stuff.
That was the only issue with it, but I would still listen all the time. It's still good to get like an idea.
Yeah,
Sounds like what our chats used to look like.
he left, and then basically I contacted him and I asked him if I could take over the podcast, and he was very gracious about it. We agreed on the takeover, and ever since then it's been mine and Star's podcast. It's been pretty good little run. It's been coming up on 2 years, I think. So.
Awesome.
Wow, that is awesome. And I really did enjoy it. It was very comforting over a long stretch of driving and time.
Yeah.
That was just you, Vega, right? You didn't subject your wife to hours of Marvel podcasts.
No, just me. Yeah, just me.
Because if it had been her, my next step would have been, what's your secret for that?
Keeps you awake, huh? Keeps you awake while driving.
Ghost Dog, yeah, Zone 9. That was it. And Kareem Dibs. I don't know if the question might be for all of us. What do I do for like? My job is pretty much just project based, so I can do it when I want, and I can take breaks. And so, aside from certain calls or meetings, I have a ton of flexibility. All right.
I love how you're just leaving it on this screen.
Yeah, knocked out. I'm not happy. I'm not upset either, though. For those who know me, this was fine. I would have liked to have gone. I wanted to go farther just because it was having fun. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
This was a fun stream.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, super fun. Thank you for your time, and thank you for setting aside the time and making sure that the stream and everything goes well, because it wouldn't have been possible without all the setup here. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
Thanks for the invite too.
Somebody's grinding some meat upstairs. I don't know what's going on there.
Of course. Of course.
They're actually grinding meat. I'm not.
I believe you. I'm just now
I
picturing
thought I had mute on.
a small village.
Yeah. Thanks y'all for your time, and thanks y'all for coming and chat, for the kind words about the podcast and everything. Really appreciate it. And wait, it's actually I'm hearing it's salsa. My wife told me salsa. It's not meat. So it could be something.
Salsa's good.
Yeah. Thanks y'all for your time. Yeah. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna. Tips, you don't have a Twitter, do you? Damn it.
I might do arena for like 20 minutes. Does either of you have time to hang out?
Yeah, I might be able to. I'm gonna mute real quick and just double check on dinner plans, but I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll also be in and out. Just give me a second. I'll also
Yeah,
mute.
I'm grinding my free to play right now.
How many accounts do you have, Face?
I just 2. I started a free to play like a week and 2 days ago, and it's actually like super fun.
I've been. Go ahead.
Partly because I've gotten such good pulls.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think
way
that's?
different from,
Go ahead,
sorry.
sir. No, go for it.
No, it's just so much different from starting the main account 4 years ago or whatever it was to this is insane. Like the amount of progression you can get in a couple days.
Do you think that's because you've had great luck, or do you think it's because like the champions are just more powerful now?
It's probably a little bit of both, but my first 3-star was Quake, so
Okay.
I got Quake and then Black Widow, Clairvoyant, so I was able to get through like all of Act 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And then I I wound up opening my first 4-star, a Science Mystic crystal, and I got Doom. So
So you have Claire, Doom, and Quake?
yeah, and then I went into the Incursions, and I opened one to try to get Quake again. I think it was Quake I was going for, and I got Archangel. So it's just been rolling in.
So, and a girl makes a good point where he's saying that the alt accounts definitely kill the main account progression. I agree with that, and I probably started 3 or 4 like baby accounts, and then I'll just eventually just like I don't, my main account's just so whatever it is, I want to play with it. But the one thing that the thing is I've thought it could be really good about having this alt account or this like not overpowered account. The situations like there where I fought Storm and I was like, I don't know how to fight her without an overpowered option. Like I just literally had no clue how to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have a baby account where you don't have all the overpowered options, you're like forced to learn them.
Yeah, that's why like just now I was finishing the event quest and I'm like, I don't even know how to fight this abomination, really.
Wait,
Like,
what?
I have no idea what I'm doing. The event quest.
Oh, the immortal abomination.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically just a poison immune, right? Who'd you end up using?
Yeah, but the thing is, I had no poison immunes, so I had to use my Quake.
Ah.
And
Okay.
when I was in Master, and my 3-star Quake was taking forever. That's why I was quiet for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like the thing I like about it, and the reason I really wanted to do it was because the amount of like legend runs and just things that I've had to like use Unit Man to just power through. I wanted to be able to just sit down and enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, and I think it gives you good perspective on the game as well, because like going through other options can force you to think about, if I didn't have my go-tos, what would I do for this? And I mean, especially for someone like Vega who's creating content, that kind of perspective is helpful because, people ask questions and you can't just say like, well, have you tried using Corvus and Quake?
Yeah, that's...
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, I try to be honest about it. Like people ask me and I'm like, I used Aegon and Unit Man, and that's what's cool about all the comments that everyone's making. Or again, like I know we mentioned the Discord server, is there's just no way one person's going to know everything,
Yeah.
And so like the collective group just knows so much more, and people are working their way through like Act 5, and I don't even remember it at all.
Yeah. Hive minds are a great thing to have. That's why, like, even after WoW broke down, I would go to that chat for a fight that I wasn't comfortable with. Because, I mean, if anything, it became stronger after we split off to different alliances.
Yeah,
because then we all had alliances we could ask. And yeah, there was so much knowledge in that room. Is so much.
Yeah, it's super active, which is a great thing.
We didn't get Ares to come back. I mean, I know he's playing at a top AQ alliance, but
I think he said after summer, and since it's November, he's overdue. But I think we go through it every off season, try to figure out if he wants to come back or not.
yeah.
Good. Get the legendary duo back together. Ares.
These guys threw me off my game cam in that we were in Evil together. And where were you guys? Were you guys in 3 Loki at the time?
Yeah, I was the leader of 3 Loki for like a couple months, for like a year or something like that.
And I'm over here being back in my day. Back in
What happened?
I feel I'm the third oldest member in For Loki now. As far as like having been in the alliance the longest is concerned. B Manny and Brian were there before I got there. So Brian, I think, is the oldest member, and then the second oldest member would be B Manny. And the third oldest would be myself, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not counting someone, God, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure I am. God, I remember when we were considering bringing Panda Man Pete in, and we were like, this young lad with his ghost is doing strange things.
Yo, I remember when you gave me kid's really good. Like you should bring him into 3 Loki and then have him be with you guys for a couple months and then come to 4 Loki, whatever. And I was like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll hit him up. I hit him up. He's like, yeah, I really want to play with my friends. And I was like, thanks, Cam. Thanks for absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Hey, MKD, how's it going? So he asks if you guys playing on alternate accounts, do you do that on the same device or separate?
I use 2 different phones, so I constantly have 2 different phones out with the game open, and it looks terrible. Like I'm
very funny.
I have like my huge roster on my main account, just auto questing, and then I'm actually playing on my like old iPhone 7 on my alt.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think sorry, go on.
I have to take turns charging them. So
you can buy another cable, right?
yeah, but that's so much work. Like it already looks ridiculous that I have 2 phones out at the same time. Imagine like all these wires in addition to like I'm in my room sweating right now because I have so much going on.
Oh,
like,
I don't have to imagine.
Tell me more about this.
I knew I shouldn't have worn pants.
You wear pants? Dude, we're in the middle of a pandemic. What are you wearing pants for?
I'm not the one in Incursions. If I was playing Incursions, off. That's the only way I can play or do war fights.
Yeah, there's something about having a belt on that just, ruins the war experience.
Belt. God, I haven't worn a belt in years, man.
I ended up wearing a belt just like 2 weeks ago because we did an outdoor concert because the orchestra that I play in is doing a live streamed Christmas concert, but they made the, in my opinion, wise choice to only have strings and have no wind instruments in the building.
Yeah.
So they ended up calling just a quintet of us, and we went outside and met at this gazebo, staying apart from each other. But it was the first time I'd put on dress clothes in months.
What a strange feeling. I was about to say I'm also similar in the double phone department, but I just do the gameplay and the testing and the different stuff, the video making and footage reviewing and stuff on one phone, and then the other phone is just for being a phone. The other phone is an iPhone 7. The one I actually play on is it's 10. I'm pretty sure it's a 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I mean, you have to content create, so.
And also on top of that, there is. I think there's a restriction on how many devices we can have the beta server on, so I just haven't done this one.
Gotcha.
Died Bishop in just was a problem. I mean,
he will be.
I call it bullshit.
Yeah. The problem is you were getting too far. The solution was Bishop with Actions. I hate fighting Bishop.
All right. I'm gonna head back upstairs, see what kind of madness is going on. Thank you for having me over. I'm gonna communicate with Vega about our future run when that's gonna be in, the details of that. Really excited for getting through the brackets and seeing who we face against and seeing how far we gotta go. But yeah, it was a good run. Thanks for having me on call. Thanks for streaming the run. Thanks for the time to do all that, and I really appreciate it. And I think that's about it. Yeah, and thanks, FaZe and Mr. Longlegs.
Thanks. Yeah, it was fun having you. And
Thank you guys for the invite.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Longlegs. It feels weird to say your actual name.
Nobody does anymore. I switched to going by DLL for a lot of stuff because I got tired of people calling me daddy.
Oh no. One would think that one would never get tired of that, but there's a limit to everything.
Well, they're telling you they died in war. It just doesn't have the same ring.
Daddy, I'm dead.
Oh god, I'm dying. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. And bye.
Cam, I miss you.
Catch you next time.
See you, Cam.
Yeah.
I think about you at night.
Oh no, Meta's in my alliance now. What have I done?
Is he in your BG?
Yeah. Duke says, "How'd we do?" They made it to Zone 9. Yeah, there was just an issue with the bishop.
It got ugly, Duke. It got ugly quick. Yeah.
But yeah, Zone 9.
Oh, wow, Fury didn't die. Oh, but he's dead now. All right.
That's the worst thing. They have a thing about Arena. I hate when they have I don't know if this team has it, but Heimdall. And
Oh, yeah.
I won this match, and then you just look down and you see KO. You're like, wait, what?
And I'm still getting. I'm very much still getting used to playing the game, even just with having it connected to something. I'm not used to that at all. And then trying to read a chat or have a conversation. Like if I'm having a war fight, and my wife knows, if she walks in the room, there's a look on my face of do not talk to me.
Not now, Chief, in the zone.
Yeah,
I literally say she's my girl's very understanding about it, and I very much appreciate that. But yeah, she'll walk in and start talking, and I'll be like, "Not now," and she goes, "Okay," and then I just let her know.
See, but I over the years I've realized that if I even have to say the what now or not now, or even if I just hear the walking down the stairs, or it's it's almost like a scary movie. I'm hiding in a corner and I hear someone walking towards the door to come into the room. I my heart starts going faster and I'm just please don't, and then I'm dead.
Well, that's for AQ requesting. For war, I literally say, "All right, I'm going to do war for a little while," and then I leave.
Yeah, you have to. You have to assume first. You have to assume somebody's going to come in. Somebody's going to jump through your window or something like that.
It's actually true. I have 2 kids, and it's not unusual for someone to come running into a room and jump on me. So you actually knew what you're talking about there.
Man has thrown so many curse words into the chat from his kids jumping on him in the middle of war fights.
There's I used to just think that nothing's gonna happen. I'll be fine. I'm far away from everybody, but sometimes I'm sitting down doing war for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And, some of my videos are super long, and that's for half of the war. You know what I mean? That's just from my first path to half of the first minis, and it's 10 or 15 minutes. I'm like, what happened? But so I'm the same with DL. I'm the same. I gotta say, hey, pause for a minute. I'll let you know when you're good. Don't come near me.
Oh god, that sounds awful. MKD says he had to stop fighting at work because his coworkers would deliberately try to make him die.
Oh, that's brutal. And they probably thought it was funny. They probably thought hey, this will be hilarious. Watch this.
Look how seriously he takes his game.
Yeah, you know what's funny too? My friends started doing that because they know when my phone sideways of oh he's playing the mobile game, so I had to learn how to play it I had to learn how to play it with one hand.
Stealth level 100.
Yeah, with just my thumb. So I just like walk around, just looking down. I'm like, all right, parry, intercept. If I can quake parry quake style with one thumb.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll be walking around work doing arena like that.
Yeah, actually. Hey, sorry but Integral's asking a question that I just thought of too. Oh, are we losing? That was Hey Siri. Wow. Okay. FaZe, do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I have an account.
Okay. Do you ever
kind of like
No, I don't use it, but I mean, I have it to contact, like whenever I have to contact Kabam about stuff, just to upload those things to send to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've actually thought about uploading my war videos because that's literally my whole gallery on my phone, and I'm running out of space.
And I just recently figured out how to delete all of your photos/videos at once on an iPhone. It's not easy.
Yeah, but like I like keeping some of them because sometimes I need to backtrack. Okay, I took this fight 2 months ago. I need to see how I did it.
Oh well, I'm a hoarder. I copy them to an external hard drive first.
Yeah, no, they're just taking up space on my phone, and I've actually thought about just I can just go to YouTube and have it like that.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to do it because then you don't have to hold on to them, and you're forced to categorize them and like label them, which would be the biggest thing.
Yep.
I've thought about that too because I'm like that too. I have several unlisted videos on my account that pretty much just exist for me to send to Kabam and go, hey, what gives?
So Meta makes a funny joke here with the video. Your first video would be from season 9.
No. I could actually actually from this phone. I got from season 1. I could probably upload 22 seasons worth.
Dude, I definitely have like season 1 or season 2 videos somewhere.
You guys are crazy. I
have screenshots from the first war map, the one with the Thorns nodes. Of me taking war with 3 and 4 stars.
I actually had videos on my MacBook of me taking path 3 in the old map, which was all like there always used to be like Spider-Man and Electros there. And I would take that with Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and like Captain America.
Yeah.
And it was literally just like the whole line was like Spider-Man, Nightcrawler, Electro.
Yeah, I think I have some old war videos of Winter Soldier without Killmonger just because he was one of my first rank 4 5 stars just because I had so few options.
Back in the day, he was good. I mean, I think the power drain is a little underrated. That's what I was trying to say. He's not that like amazing. But...
Yeah, no, like he was for what the meta was then. He was solid enough. Like because he had higher stats than everyone else on my team, he got stuff done.
And then Super Cool Panda. No, I am not in the content creator program. I just recently applied. But in my, I think other people have the same experience. Like you don't get an email saying, thank you for applying. There's no confirmation email. So, I guess I'll find out when I find out. If you find out, I don't know if they tell you no, or if they just kind of let it hang out there. And then Alan, yeah, I think that would so it was funny, but it actually would be cool to see videos from like season 9 and season 1.
That's also what I was going to lead to because I watched them and then I just cringe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, how do you die? Yeah.
Some of those would be really painful, yeah.
Especially because the health pools were like 30,000.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, this is terrible.
It would be a different kind of painful to see how effective potions used to be.
Oh.
I put together. Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's kind of weird because back then they didn't have the glory, so you still had to drain units.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it would take less potions, but you're still dropping units. You know what I mean?
No, that's very true. It wasn't necessarily much more sustainable.
also like where it got better. Like now our health pools are huge, as to where back then like 2 level 4 potions would give you everything you needed, but you also just lost like 200 units.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is that the progress is just kind of terraced, right? Because like you had that old system where you had to buy it with units, but then health pools were getting steadily larger even then, and then they improve things, and then health pools get larger and larger.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think that potions should be percentage based. I'm not on that team, but I don't think it would be ridiculous if revives were. Like, even if there was a lower version where like the bottom one was 10% instead of 20, I don't think that would be ridiculous at all. And it would be nice if potions did get a bit of a buff at this point.
Or they didn't really, or they kind of buffed themselves if you were boosted.
Yeah, that would be really nice too.
Because I hate healing up void.
It's also kind of silly in another sense, like, you know, they could just, quote, fix the potion issue, like you said, by kind of with the glory store giving us more ways to get them cheaply without burning units or money.
Mhm.
But the other thing is that 15 item cap hasn't been raised in years. And like, if there's still a top limit, if what you can sustainably use is tier 4 potions, and now instead of taking 3 potions to fully heal your best champ boosted, it takes 10. Like, that needs to be addressed at some point.
Hey, hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Super Cool Panda, was there something you wanted to see with him? I checked if you're still watching, and I do have him. Was there something you wanted to check out or me to try? Or just
Nice.
yeah. No, he's. Oh, I know why you're asking. Took me a while. Sorry on that one. Do you do that?
We had a good discussion about Yondu in the Discord the other day.
Yeah, but you know, I've realized how much of like my memory on these things is based on the profile picture. So like,
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah, like there's people I know from the comments, and I'll be like, I'll remember a comment they made a week ago or 2 weeks ago or whatever, and then they'll go on the Discord server and their profile picture is different, or maybe it's just even bigger, and I don't really notice it. And then I mean, it's so small that the profile picture on the chat, I mean, I couldn't even tell what it is, but now that I know who I'm talking about, I can see it.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I just thought it was someone asking if you know, if I had Yandi. I was like, oh, well, I'll show them what I have. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, like Immortal MKD used to be in my alliance, and he had a different name there. And for a while, he was changing his name like periodically as part of a running joke with a few other members. And so I have it saved to like I went in and edited it in line to what his old name was, and so I see that, and it like took me a minute to go, oh, I know that person.
Yeah. Didn't Rye do that? Our buddy who's in Ken OB. There's like a Rye and a Ray. And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I ended up changing his name too. I forgot.
Yeah,
Well,
that confuses me. They have
Yep.
the same icon too.
Yeah, they like intentionally did it. Like they even spelled it like with like I think periods in between the letters, both capitalized, and then they did the same profile. You know.
Well, there was a while, you know, Rob, the Elsa aficionado,
Yeah.
and Savage Squad. For a while, his line name was always Better, and then somebody else in our alliance. So, like, when I joined, he wasn't Rob, it was Better Edens, and then, like, he cycled through a few others, and eventually I just changed his name to Rob.
Yeah, you've got to. Otherwise, you're just going to make mistakes. There's a couple of guys like that. Now, Taters made those cards. And you know who I can't tell apart, phase? Every time they write, I have to, like, make sure is Cam and Clown. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody changed theirs, and everybody changed their pictures after the season. But, I mean, you kind of have to. I'll do the extra. In my head, I'm like, I'll do the extra work and actually look at whose name is typing, because Taters does so much work making these cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what if they were bad? Like, how hard would that be, right? Like, if the cards actually were not good, and then, but you knew he had put so much time into them, you'd be like, yeah, I'll use it. Sorry, I just
remember that Ivy changed his in-game name to Dreamin' Sucks.
Yeah, that's right. He did. That's right.
Yeah, just a little pet peeve of mine as far as profile pictures and line accounts go is like, does this happen in your alliance where there are like 3 or 4 people whose profile pictures are all tiny screenshots of a particular character from the info page, so they have the same blue background?
I don't think we have anybody like that.
No.
Okay. Every alliance I've ever been in, there's like at least 2 of them. And so it's just like the same, person-shaped silhouette against a blue background from the game. And I always have so much trouble, at least at first, telling them apart. Or when they talk to each other, it's weird.
I think because of the cards, we just don't run into that.
Yeah, there's so many options for people to use.
So I have a question for you two. Does either of you? Oh, DL, you're not allowed to answer this. Face, do you know a little bit about Mysterio, like how to use them and stuff?
Yeah, I do.
So if you are going to, how do you apply the heal block? Oh, that's not fair. I don't put pressure on you. Were you aware that when you apply his passive heal block, you actually don't use the gas charges?
I had no idea, but it's because I really only used him on acid wash.
Yeah, so Meta's saying this too. So yeah, that's how you're right. That's how you apply the heal block, is by ending in light. And I realize other people may have known this, but the conversation has so frequently been that you have to choose. You have to choose. Do you want to build up damage and the gas, or do you want to apply the heal block? And I just kind of accepted that as true. I don't know why. And I have Warlock, so I've used him for passive heal block and things like that. And then I'm considering taking Mysterio to rank 3 for a very specific fight in War that I'm being asked to take. And
is it the domino on power from afar?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I've soloed it both times, but it feels like she is getting ready to slap me upside the head. Like,
that is.
I know. Every time I have to take that, I'm like, I could do it, but
who do you use?
Two seasons ago, that was my only death.
Who did you use?
I use Omega. It takes
okay.
30 seconds.
Okay. Meta took with Warlock, so I've checked in with K21. They use Warlock too. But are you pretty much?
That was the spite one. Are you talking about the kinetic transference one at the end, Vega?
No, I'm talking about power from afar and spite.
Oh, okay. I think that one's actually slightly easier. The kinetic transference one is the one that wrecked me.
I'm sure the note I take is easier, DLL. I'm positive on that.
No, I'm just saying, like, I power boost 1, I did power back, I spammed the L2s, I did everything I possibly could have for that fight, and I got bodied.
Well, because of the kinetic transfer, and I think the kinetic transfer probably is more difficult. I just like to mess around.
You can step back.
Oh, and I did, but just like, you end up.
Yeah, well, it's also got is it Aspect of Evolution, or what was it?
No, not on that one. Something else.
Thanks, Panda. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy, a lot. Very cool of you. And I'll see you on the next stream or on the server for sure. And then Meta, could I ask you a question about that? Is because my plan was to take Warlock as my next R3 tech. But I feel like using Warlock on that fight, you're running into a lot of trouble because of the of his armor up, right? So are you pretty much assuming that the person who placed the domino will be running willpower? Or I can't think of what's the other thing that gives them healing. What's that little one called? That mastery.
Wow.
Stealth doesn't matter because the first
it shuts off. Stealth shuts off.
The first time you place an infection, it's gone forever.
But then that's what starts draining the power, right?
No. That's if you read that line of Warlock's text, it says if they have the salve mastery, it's removed.
Interesting.
That's to prevent the abuse.
Okay, well, Meta's saying, I think what I'm saying is that I even if I took, hey, Ellie, I really appreciate you stopping by, and the Incursions run is over, we're just kind of screwing around, doing a little talking and arena for a few minutes. So I thought there's no way B Manny will sign me that fight with an R3 Warlock when I have the R2 Mysterio, because it's assuming that the person who placed the domino has willpower, right?
Pretty much.
And that just doesn't feel like the way 4 Loki does things. FaZe, do you agree with that?
Yeah, but sometimes you got to take chances.
The problem is as I've taken the fight twice now with Mysterio and soloed both times, so I don't think we're going back, and so I think I might just take to R3.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great champ for her in general, right? And you're absolutely right with the you don't, if you're using the heal block, you don't have to. It doesn't consume the gas. If I'm taking a fight like Buffet or anything like that with him, what I do is I make sure that my last combo before I throw the L3, I end in a light to apply the heal block, because it'll stay up for long enough for me to get it back up on the other side.
So, DL, I realized you would know that because you have an R3 Mysterio. It was like it was groundbreaking. It was I had no idea, and I just decided to try it the other day.
Yeah.
Because so much of the conversation has been that I'm playing terribly now. That you couldn't that you couldn't do both. You couldn't apply the heal block and gain the damage. So
definitely something I figured out on my own too. So I know what you're talking about. It doesn't get talked about that much.
But it made a big jump up for me in Mysterio.
Yeah, he is an amazing heal block option. Because as long as you're not spamming the specials and burning through the gas charges, it's a really long passive heal block. Yeah, I think he's, in my opinion, one of the best for nodes like Lionheart, depending on the defender.
And then gotta say hi to People's Champ. What's up, Champ? Thanks so much for stopping by. The Incursions run is over. It ended a little earlier than I think we had planned or had hoped for. But it went fine.
Meta says it's all okay until it isn't. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Especially against Domino.
I had her, so I my first fight, it just took a while, and I was a little uncertain because she kept going lucky, and then I'd power drain, and then she'd get lucky again. It just felt like she was constantly lucky. And so in the second fight, I decided to go ahead and run Suicides. And it definitely went faster, but I ended the fight at, I think, like 5% health. And I needed to, I ended up needing to throw the SP2 into her block. Because, I mean, surprise, surprise, after seeing the stream, I had pushed her to an SP3. And I'll admit, I just did not know. I did not know this, but it makes complete sense. That she can go lucky by being pushed to her SP3. Did you? I mean, it makes sense, but did you know that?
Yep. I did. And I ran into similar problems when I did the kinetic transference power from afar, because, I mean, we thought it would be easy. It was me and another guy that's now at New End that thought it would be a good idea. And I ended up having to do the same thing where, like, she was about to go red and I had the L2. But she was lucky and she was turtling. And so the only thing I could do was throw it into the block. And then, of course, she went lucky again. And then you just wait. And by that point, she's almost at the L3 again. And yeah, it was a really rough fight.
You pretty much just described my experience. But I didn't know. I went into, when she went red and when she went lucky, I proverbial, poop in the pants. And, well, and then of course she evades, because I just assumed, I don't know. I mean, I could have just thrown like a 2-hit combo and which is what I should have done, but I was just comboing. I have to fight with zone control and I just was comboing. I was like, oh, I'll throw my SP2 when it's over. So I wasn't even worried about pushing her red. I push her red. Of course she goes lucky and then she evades the next hit. And, it just, Yeah, exactly. It was one of those where you're like, oh, that's right. That's what Domino does. Why did I forget about that?
Either that or, like, as soon as you launch her special, she's like, I'll just evade this.
Yeah. Oh, you thought this was going to hit me. That's funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Ultron does that too for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm setting up Ultron for, like, in arena, and I launch special, and then he just evades. I'm like, what? The entire fight, nothing, and now, okay.
Well, yeah, and then there will be like, all right, this fight, I'm going to play it safe. I'm never going to use a special unless he has just evaded. And then you go the whole fight and he doesn't evade once.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just found the domino on that node. Omega takes, it was 40 seconds. So
That sounds pretty darn good.
that's like, I understand like playing it safe and whatever, but when you're in the fight with so long,
Yeah.
there's so much that can go wrong.
You're also a
Nothing
great
is really safe. When
like a red player though, like because I just meta. So I started thinking through, and the options appear to clearly be Omega Red. I think sometimes it's taken with Ghost, right? Like a full Ghost team.
Yeah.
I know some people take it with Warlock.
I'm sure Gilly 99 could do it if you dropped both of her charges to get rid of the armor up. But, like, ideally you would want it charged for that to not be a nightmare, and just it's difficult to get her reliably charged in tier 1.
Yeah. What about I know this is kind of going to end up being a stupid question, but why not Magic?
I mean, honestly, Magic could work. The problem with Magic is just that it can be difficult getting the setup, and then if you have any trouble with the setup, she has no hope of surviving the L3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I find that like Domino only has a 15% chance or 15% reduce ability accuracy, but like that
It's like 87% when
let
it's
me
more.
well it's not just that, but like normally Magic has a 2% chance to fail both of her power locks, but against Domino it's an almost 50% chance, I think.
And it's war, so if it's 50%
Or,
chance,
sorry, no, I did that
Yeah,
wrong.
that's what I was saying. It's like 87,
No,
9.
sorry, it's a 9% chance instead of a 2% chance. Which, yeah, in war, we've all fought Black Widow and seen her evade. A 9% chance is too damn high.
yeah. I thought I had found.
I thought it was 3.
Well, the thing is that if you do, I'm just doing like, because normally Magic has an 85% chance to apply it on each hit of the L2, right?
Yeah.
So 15% squared is 2.25% is the chance that both will fail playing against anybody but Domino. Against Domino, the worst case scenario is that the 15% reduction is going to be additive, so I just went with that one. If it's multiplicative, you're slightly better off. But if you go with additive, then it's a 70% chance on each hit of the L2, in which case it's 30% squared, which is 9%.
All right. You lost me after you said the first squared.
Okay.
So I
understood
Probably
it.
probability of independent events.
Carl's saying that Tater says Ghost. I know that's someone we use. And then Meta's saying Archangel. Meta, I was thinking the same thing. And I kind of even forgot about the immune to ability reduction.
The thing with Ghost or any, I mean, you're gonna have a bunch of champions. Like I use Omega Red. It's because I feel comfortable with him. Pete's gonna go on with Ghost because Pete is Ghost.
Yeah.
You know, but like, there's always a chance that she's gonna fail the phase and then you're dead. That's it.
Yeah, I personally hate fighting Domino with Ghost.
There's
Archangel is probably who I would try next. That sounds possible.
I think that Dr. Voodoo would do good too if she was really aggressive. We used to use Voodoo on Node 29 Dominoes and Killmongers when I was in 3 Loki, and it was fine.
You mean
But-
just use the L2 for the power burn?
Yep. And then he would just keep them power locked the entire time.
So my one concern about that would be that she would turtle and power from afar would send her light.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just saying if she was aggressive.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I mean, but that, you know, that's with every champ. You know, if the champ is playing how they're supposed to play, you don't really have to worry about anything. But you know,
Yeah,
we are discussing this.
Has anyone else had Nightcrawler refuse to throw specials a lot recently? Because I've just recently run into that, and it's been super fun.
I have more trouble actually getting him to switch. With
Yeah.
Because I know they changed his like blocking with the light attack. But
Yeah.
like it's still possible, but it's so hard.
Yeah, I never try with the whiffed light attack anymore. I just hit into his block, because as long as he's duped, that's fine. But the problem is they did something to his animation, so sometimes the timer just disappears while you're hitting his block,
Yeah,
which is...
I think that's. I wouldn't want to complain about that because I think that all carrying,
That also what?
like reparrying, like that's what is. If they change that, that would probably be gone with. So I wouldn't want to say anything about that.
I don't think so. I think I see where that fear is coming from, but I don't think those should be related. Because I think it comes from the way that they try and have defenders stutter step and then constantly block and not block.
Mhm.
And I think you could change that with an AI tweak, or like...
But that's also the same thing with how repairing works, because when I use Nightcrawler and I'm trying to repair, it's the same thing. I'll see my timer going, like, it'll start, then it'll stop.
Right, but you could build it into Nightcrawler's timer specifically where it like doesn't go away instantly. You could
gotcha.
put in like a 0.1 second lag on
I got
the timer or something. I
Hey-
think Command play with more timers like that. Like the fact that I mean, I know you guys have heard this soapbox from me, but with the Counter-Strike Global, it should have the same cooldown that Spark's Poise does. If Spark can't get like 5 poise off of dodging one combo, then I don't think you should be able to get 5 Counter-Strike charges.
Yeah, I'm not a Counter-Strike is little.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna trust you. But hey, we've had a couple. Hold on.
Like a second delay.
We gotta catch up on chat. Some people have come.
my bad.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. TJ, right? Yeah. Hey, TJ, thanks for showing up, buddy. Born, how you doing, buds? Are you streaming tonight? And you were the first person. So when I put out my first video where you could see like my face, actually my face is what I mean. I had so many people DM me and say, dude, you look exactly like Dave, like Dorky Dave. It was pretty funny. So Duke, what are you doing, man? If you want to jump on the call, go head on over. And let's see what else. And Carl, yeah, the AI has been. I feel like the AI continues to evolve. That's for darn sure. And PWF, thank you so much for showing up, buddy. Raul Gaming. I just yeah, the Incursion stream end. We only made it to room 9. Unfortunately, ran into a pretty mean bishop, and he ended us. So, but we're just doing a little arena, probably for about another 12 minutes, and then call it a night. So, yeah. Time Twin. I'm curious. Would you R4 Longshot Mojo or White Widow all unduped for the new AQ and EQ?
Well, first off, for the new AQ, it hasn't hit yet. So if that's your goal, I'd probably wait and double check some of the things. That said, if you put a gun to my head and told me to pick right now, I think I'd agree with Duke and go with Longshot.
Yeah, especially because. Go ahead.
If you're gonna rank somebody for something that's not here, I would wait till somebody else.
Yeah, I would wait. I mean, it's fun to get excited. Trust me, I know. I know it's really fun, and you got the resources. But that can sometimes just really end up in regret and disappointment later. So I would wait if you can. But if you're gonna do one of those two, I would definitely go with Longshot because of the how important the dupe is to Mojo for sure. So they're expiring and you can't wait. I'd go with
Ice up, you just sell, but cats, I feel you.
Yeah, you could sell and get gold. I'd say long shot. I think long shot's a great champion. In fact, in the last variant, I used him quite a bit. I think there was a storm boss. Am I remembering that correctly? And I really liked using him for that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we did talk a little bit earlier in the stream about the new Black Widow not necessarily needing her SIG. And if what you're looking for is just a bunch of damage over time, then she's your girl. But
yeah,
I would probably pick Longshot as an overall champion above her.
Duke, you're a good father, buddy. You're doing bedtime tonight? It's funny. I'm used to him being on the stream, so I'm asking it like he's going to answer me.
That's the worst feeling, though, when you don't know who to rank and you have to rank somebody.
Yeah.
I think I've let like 2 T5Bs expire by accident. Waiting so long. I'm like, no, I'm gonna push this to the absolute limit, and I'm like, I'll remember in an hour, and then it goes.
Oh, that's rough.
I don't think I've ever lost a T5B that way, but I've absolutely lost things going, I'll remember, I'll come back.
Yeah, it's rough. But I mean, I have, like, not worried about it anymore.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, MCOC fella, you guys are looking strong on it. Yeah, Alliance War has really come together. I ended up taking almost 2 full wars off. I had a family thing come up. And for one war, I was assigned White Magneto and Mr. Fantastic, and that's it. Like, that was literally, there was only two champions I was supposed to take to war and just place pre-fights all over the place. And I really appreciated that. The guys took war with only nine summoners. And then I was driving back home. It was like a 7-hour drive. And I did get a couple fights in. And so I would just pull off to the side of the highway and do them. But we've been on fire. What did we die like 4 times this war phase?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was 5, and then the 2 wars before that, my BG clear was 0.
Ugh,
that's great. Yeah, we've had a couple really tight wars, like 1 BG at a time with us, but we haven't gotten the whole train rolling at once yet.
You had a really low one too, because I know it was Godman and Rye were saying how low theirs was, and then I remembered you saying the same thing.
Yeah, our BG only died once, I think 2 wars ago, but you got to get the whole alliance there. But that's okay, because I mean, our alliance is not aimed at top 3. We just need to clean up a bit.
I'm reading chat, and it's interesting to know that the bot will time people out for writing words in caps, but other things are allowed apparently.
Yep, I was noticing that.
I mean, it's a funny joke. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind it at all. I just was like, whoever wrote that bot.
Bald man in caps, inappropriate.
Can't say bald. And then Duke, you're going away for the weekend. I'll definitely be getting the deals. I think that's what was asked. Yeah, and it looks like all the deals are coming out Friday, and then they'll be available through the weekend. The email was written oddly, though, because we're talking about like forced rank up. Someone commented on what alliance is in the voice. What alliance is the voice?
I think he means me. I'm in SSX1, Savage Squad.
Yeah. And DLO was the leader of Evil and WA for quite a while, and like the first serious war alliance I was ever in. So what was I saying though? Oh, so someone commented on a post or something I made recently, and they were saying, which champion should I take to R3? I really want to get the Thronebreaker deals. And the options were like Vulture, someone of the quality of Vulture, I don't remember who, and Nebula. And like I said, I've had a lot going on, so I got to the comment pretty late, and I was like, just wait and see, because yeah,
I mean, I know people are really focused on this Thronebreaker stuff, but like, I'm sorry. I think that the difference between Thronebreaker and Cavalier is probably not going to be enough. Like it'll. There's a good chance it'll be enough to give you one rank 3 6-star from like a rank 2 or a rank 1, but I don't think it's going to give you another brand new rank 3 6-star of your choice. In which case, making a bad call about a 6-star rank 3 right now just to get access to them could very well be hurting your account more than it helps, and that's not taking into account the amount of money that you'd be spending.
And that's kind of my point, is like, you have to remember that you are doing that for the privilege of paying money. So it's not like you do that and then you just get the deals for free. It's like you're unlocking them. And I mean, that's fine. I get it. I think Kabam needs to make money. I'm not someone who's going to go at them for charging money for those things. That's just, I think they have to make money. Like, that's fine. But what would concern me, and this is my fear, is that the Thronebreaker deal is just that much better. Like, it has like a full tier 5 CC selector, or just something just like so insanely valuable.
Class 6-star Nexus Crystal, a generic 6-star Awakening Gem, and a selector of a full cap.
Yeah, exactly. That's my concern. I mean,
I don't think we're going to get that, but that would be terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm worried. I mean, I don't know about worried right away. I think I'm just worried that there's people who are going to like rank a Nebula as their first rank 3, just so they have the privilege of, spending what will probably be a significant amount of money for that. So, but the
worst part about that is forcing your way to get those deals, like to be able to do it, and opening it just to have nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you might not, it's not like a guarantee at all.
Yeah, that's why I said of your choice, because like most things in this game are random, and I know that it often does not come across well when you tell somebody to wait, or that they aren't ready for content or a certain part of progression. But the simple truth is that unless money is truly no object to you, sometimes pushing the progression past what's comfortable for your account hurts.
Yep. Even with like small things too, I tell people all the time, like, even if you're like close to getting a crystal thing, never force it. Don't go open 80 other crystals just to like get enough 5-star shards to open, because you're not gonna get anything good.
Yeah, and actually, if you guys don't mind, Born, thank you so much, buddy. I think you said you're not streaming tonight, but folks, if you haven't checked out Born's stream, it's very entertaining. He was one of the first people to really help me out with like, how do you actually do this streaming thing? So I really appreciate it, and the knowledge. Yeah, I've got 2 extremely smart players on the call here, and I want to show you something. Just for anyone who's like, because I see Twin, I would not take Terax to R3 for this. Where they're talking about like pushing it and things like that. Just take a look at this. Now, it's going to seem like I'm showing off, and that is not what I'm doing. Okay, I want to be really clear here. Like, you can.
Hey, Metal Sonic.
Hey, what's up, Metal Sonic? Yeah, thanks. No, I appreciate DL for saying that. Is if you look at these, like, I get it. It looks really cool, and it is. Like, I'm very excited about having all of these options, but I can't use them all. Like, I can't. The game is just not designed that way, right? And if I take one to war, I can't use it at AQ, and vice versa, of course, and questing. And so, like, I really think there's something to, like, not pushing it. Because the fact of the matter is some of these champions that I want to rank up, like, might not be in the meta or nearly as valuable by the time I can actually rank them up, Like,
your roster is 100%, like, better than mine, and there is content you can do that I can't do, but like, should somebody agonize over the difference between our 2 rosters?
No,
not if they can't afford it.
Absolutely not. 100% no. So I hope that point came through as I intended. In DLL, I think you got it and stuff. So
Meta helped in the chat too.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with what you're saying there and what Meta's saying. So, yeah. Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic asks about the Tigra.
Buddy, so Metal Sonic, if you have not entered the giveaway, I'm going to be selecting the winners on Wednesday. How can I do that? How can I can't link.
Oh, I linked it earlier. Let me find it again.
Yeah, if we can link it. I did an opening because I wanted it to be fun for everyone. I didn't want them just to watch me like talk for 5 minutes. Check that video out. I just pulled it. I was so excited. She is on the docket for rank. As I've said before, though, I am not on that skill level. So she is it's going to be a slog for me to get there, but she is eventually going to get ranked up. And the whole point is check out that video. We're doing a giveaway. I had said that if we got to 4,000 subscribers, which was ambitious, we would do three full Odins, but I think we're just gonna do the 3 full Odins anyway. I mean, it's Thanksgiving and this is the best deals of the year, so we'll pick 3 winners, and I'm saying it here on the stream so you guys can hold me to it. We'll just do 3 full Odins, 1 to each winner, and we'll do 3 winners, and I'll pick those, and it'll be on Wednesday, I believe, the 25th. Oh, so that's tomorrow. Oh, cool. Just make sure you are, buddy. And anyone else on the stream, just check that video out and subscribe and do as asked in the video, and you'll be entered. So it'll be fun.
You're a good man, Vega.
Thanks. And it just felt like a much better thing to do than to open Immortal Hulk and Immortal Eye Bomb crystals. So
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have had a user first, but if I end up pulling a 6-star Tigra at some point, the one 6-star gem I have is Mystic. I'd be looking at it.
She's amazing.
I've been watching videos on her, and I had MSD's video this morning because on my free to play, I actually pulled a Tiger too, and I think I'm going to take her up to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she looks like a lot of fun.
I forgot that my unduped ghost does not start off phased.
Oh man! You know what I did? I did a few weeks ago. I had to take a path with an AQ with Nick Fury, which I don't normally bring. Actually, this was a few months ago, but I brought my 6-star unduped by accident, and I let him die off, and he actually died, and I was like, wait, what?
Okay, so everyone has done that with Corvus if they have 2 of them, but you know what's really embarrassing? I know you guys gave me shit for this in the watch at some point, but there are some days where if I'm doing a lot of content with Ghost, and then I'll enter a fight with like Wasp to do something else, and then at the start of the fight I'll just stand there and take a combo to the face because I forget she's not Ghost, even though it doesn't look like her.
I do that. I do that in arena all the time. I'll be looking at the champion I'm facing.
Yes. Yeah, if I'm fighting Ghost, I'll be like, oh, I can phase. Or if I'm fighting Hyperion, I'll start doing a bunch of heavies. And I'm like, why am I doing it?
I do that with Mortal all the time. I'm like sitting there charging heavies. I'm like, all right, I got.
I'm glad it's not just me.
It's pretty funny too. I was actually doing a quick 5 rooms of Incursion with Ares like 2 or 3 days ago, and I brought Ghost because it's super fast. I just picked perpetual offense and the prowess one. And 1, 2, 3. It's easy. Yeah, I put Spider-Gwen on the team instead of Wasp.
Ooh.
I mean, I like Spider-Gwen, but ouch.
The first room, I was like, wait, what just happened? Did this... Oh my god, is Ghost broken again? Yeah, that wasn't fun.
What you should have done is gone to the chat and say, oh my god, is Ghost broken again, before you checked your roster just to watch Gonzo explode.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, he hasn't said anything yet, so I don't think so. And then I looked at my roster and I was like, I'm stupid. But it was like the first fight in room 1, so like obviously I'm fine. Yeah. But it was just funny. I was so mad for like 3 seconds.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to get more champs with Sinister's ability to pause all debuffs like on his heavy. It's kind of a cool piece of utility.
Thanks for doing that. I was like, I know there's something involving the heavy here, and I just couldn't remember what it was.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like after you throw his L2 with the stun, right? You can go in, you can do a combo, and then charge the heavy, and it will pause the stun. And
Wow.
after you hold it for a while, you get a precision and then a cruelty, and then it will finish and throw the heavy. And it's actually a pretty good way to get some damage done, especially if you
You mean that's the only way to get damage done?
yeah. It's funny because it's actually like I love fighting people with suicides with Sinister because I'll just parry and heavy that way to keep the bleed going for as long as possible.
Uh-huh.
I wish Sinister were a little better.
You know, I kind of like the new Punisher. I think he's pretty good.
He was always like almost good, right? Like I loved his concept when he came out. I just felt like he was a little undertuned, and then they tuned him up. And I don't know that he's like amazing now, but yeah, he seems cool.
He's got uses. He's fun against magic. And Meta, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, Meta, take care, dude.
That was a dramatic heavy counter.
Uh-oh. This Magneto's really good too.
I want him more if I pull one of them as a 6-star, and I know that might just be like the part of me that hates Corvus talking, but I think it'd be fun.
I don't know if I would say I'd want him more. Maybe how about you want them both?
I will take both.
There you go.
I've shown you how many duped 6-stars I have.
Yeah.
Not a long list.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I think I'm going to do one more round and then...
Yeah, I gotta run soon too.
yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out.
All
It's
good.
fun.
I got 2 games to grind, so I got time.
You know, I asked Aries if he was up for doing this sometimes too, and I think he had to tutor, so hopefully, you know, it's just fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his schedule's a little it's up and down. You got to catch him at a good time, which is pretty much like everybody. But
Yeah.
I'm sure he would.
Well, like it just works for some people. Like I knew this time wasn't going to work for Duke too, just because you know he's an involved father, and I'm familiar with that bedtime ritual of like between like 6 and 8, or 8:30 or 9, and so everyone's just going to have different times that they can be available.
Yeah, I got lucky on this one. No tutoring today, but a few tomorrow.
Yeah, I just move stuff around. You were that important. You were that important.
Thank you. You know, you're that important too.
I
Appreciate
was actually kind of worried because I have a student who's like normally on Tuesday. Well, I say normally on Tuesday. She hasn't met there in weeks, but yeah, but we always move it because she has basketball or whatever. And this time we had already moved it to Friday. But then I was looking at it and Vega asked me about this, and I was like, oh crap, I have a oh wait, no I don't. And then I just hit delete on it, and it was a great feeling.
Did I tell you guys that what yeah, Metal Something too. So yeah, Ryan, you're right. I was planning to go a long time ago. I'm just having a good time talking, and I'm enjoying the comments, and the chat's a little bit slower, so I can actually keep up with it. And I enjoy the chatting so much. And then She-Hulk, I love She-Hulk, and I'm actually tempted to open a couple more features because I like her duped ability. I think it's important.
It's quite good.
Yeah,
Especially against Void. You need it against Void.
so that's the thing, is I think so too. But then I started thinking like, my 5-star is maxed out, max sig, rank 5. So in what scenario am I using my 6-star then? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's very true.
I think there's only a few champions that I would, like barring like Prestige, like that I take up on both ends. Like if I already had the 5-star and I pull the 6, or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just pulled a 6-star Omega recently, which is objectively a great pull, but like I don't think there's any way I'm taking him to rank 3 when I finally form that mutant, because
he really he kind of needs the SIGs. That's what I was asking in watch chat, because once I knew I had 100 of him, and I was like, I don't need prestige. I do, but I just told myself.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have a SIG 200 5-star, and at the rate I'm playing, it would take so long to get the 6-star competitive. It's way better. I mean, I have Colossus and I have Sunspot. It'd be better to just wait until I dupe one of them.
Yeah, that actually happened to me. I got I put all my SIGs in him and took him to rank 3. Then I pulled Sunspot 3 times. So, but I mean, I have cats to take him up, but I just don't have SIGs, so I'm not gonna waste the cats if I don't have the SIGs. You know what I mean? Because somebody else might come out, and then by that time.
And then Metal Son of Dude. I don't know. Apparently, when I've brought up my hopes for the offers in a couple of line chats and even on the Discord, and everyone tells me I'm way too ambitious. I was hoping for a Nexus crystal similar to Abyss, and everyone's told me no way in heck that's happening. So I think I'm a really bad judge of that. But I would love a selector. I think selectors, for all the reasons we've talked about, I think it should be a selector, and at 50% at least, yeah, I would think.
Yeah. Along with a Nexus 6-star, because they can't really go backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is I've never been one to pay attention to the details like that, and I forget things. I really mean it. I barely remember Variant 5. And so people are saying dude, they can't do that because this is what they just did for 4th of July. And I'm like, I don't really remember the 4th of July. So
I'm the same way. That's why I had the new account, because every I rushed through.
What's that? You got cut off.
Oh, that's what I was saying about trying to enjoy the new account. All content through, and people asking me about a boss or a path or something. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm on autopilot 20 minutes into whatever Legends run I'm doing, and I don't remember anything after that.
Yep.
Yeah, I would honestly be shocked if there's not at least a 6-star Nexus. It may not be a class Nexus or one of the special 10 champ Nexus ones, but I think at least a regular 6-star Nexus is probably happening somewhere.
And then Slayer of Gods is here. Hey, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think they have to have a Nexus. They had that in the then that added one at the end. It was 6,000 units or 3,000 or something like that for either a Awakening Gem or another crystal.
Yeah. I'm being summoned to go make dinner. I'll talk to y'all later.
Thanks for coming by, DL.
All right, man. Take care.
Take care, guys.
You see that reparry there?
Yeah, good job.
Thanks. And then I attacked into the falter, but
well, she's also not really the champion you want for this fight.
no, I like her though.
No, because her guaranteed crits at 30%.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You should have him.
I'm just gonna get beat up in the corner for a while. For a long time, actually. Yep. Man, she is taking a beating. How long can this go?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Ugh. That was fun. Oh, man. I'm about to lose my streak, aren't I? I've decided I'm going to start doing arena again. At least hitting these
It's it'll help you with timing too.
Yeah, that's been a big part of it. I don't know if you saw in chat, I was truly lamenting that there's no longer dual tokens.
Yeah, no, I'm on the same boat with you, man. I need them.
Yeah, I was like,
talk about clutter in the stash. Do you really spend that much time in your stash? Like,
no, not at all.
yeah,
And,
I don't.
yeah, and it felt, and I think I spent between like 15 and 25 units in duels, and I only had 4 war fights, but I really wanted to get them down, and there was just like a couple little things. I'm like, no, I was fighting Black Widow, Deadly Origin, and Taters kind of gave me some advice on the little things with the fight. I think it would have gone fine without it, but it definitely went way smoother with his advice. And I just wanted, yeah,
The timing,
Yeah.
the visuals and everything. You just
100%.
my stash, my unclaimed rewards, not even like the cats or the ISO. I have 144. Like that's not like I just don't claim things.
Yeah, yeah, and Elliot, I'm glad you enjoyed the Ebony Moth fight. At some point, I think, obviously, because I lost it, I went a little too. I was too indulgent on the enjoying her just getting beat up because he hit so soft. But it is what it is. Yeah, Hen, I was like, thanks for stopping by the way. I was serious. I truly was wondering where they went and how I could get them. And then I realized, well, I just need to do the duels. I'll use the units for it. And there was one other fight. Oh, you know who it was? It was Spider-Gwen. And I couldn't find a duel for her, which was a little... There just isn't one?
Weird.
You're welcome, Elliot. The game. We should have fun. Twin time. But why have dual token? Why have dual tokens? I agree. I do think they should be free. I do think they should be free. But I think that's one of those things, right? Where you started off. Were there always dual tokens or were they free at some point?
I don't think they were free.
Yeah.
I used to get them with the arena milestones.
Yeah. I don't know. It just, whatever. Not that this is exactly the same, but it does help with, and even just remembering, like you said, like the 30% on Electra, just like remembering those tiny little things that are easy to forget in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, no, I just know that because I did it like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, because I had just thrown a special too, and I was like, I could have just saved to my L3 and it would have been done, but nope.
Hey, who would you take up then in that scenario? I mean, I can pretty much take up any tech. My Ghost is not awakened, so I would have to use a generic on her. But I have Guardian, and I was just going to go with Warlock. I thought those paired well as tech champions. And then now I'm thinking about Mysterio, but I don't even see that fight every war. Every war it's there, I get it, but obviously it's not there every war. Would you just take up Mysterio, or would you take up Warlock? Or
here's the thing. What are you going to do with the fourth deals? Because what if you pull a Ghost?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to wait. I'm gonna feel horribly, and I like knock on wood or whatever I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna feel horribly because we have one war between that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If I don't rank up Mysterio and we see that fight and I die, I'm gonna feel really badly about, because I'll know. I'll be like, I should have just ranked him to R3.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna be like that regardless. I think that I'm not a huge fan of waiting so long, but this is like a huge date.
Yeah.
You know.
Ugh.
Like you're gonna get so much stuff that you're gonna have another answer.
Yeah.
Or options.
I hope so. I would love it if there is enough tier 5 CC that I get tech, and then that way I don't feel.
You just do all of them.
Yeah, I just do all exactly. And then I have a similar situation in Mutant where I was so sure I was going to take Apocalypse or Professor X. I like them both a lot. I think Professor X has uses in war, but my BG's doing so well. I can see why the leaders are like, why would we give a chance to this when we've died once this war? You know, like I get it. Like I wouldn't want to take a chance either. And then I realized I actually have an Omega Red, and I could get him to like Sig around 100 right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, and the thing too is like he'll work there, but once you have him at 200, it's like why did I wait at 100 for so long?
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's why I struggled with too, because I got him to like 140, and then I'm like, yeah, no, I need to get him to 200. That's it.
But then,
Like it was fine. It was fine for me, and then the way I did it too. Like I was saying, like I don't know if you saw. I posted a picture somewhere. I had like all of my 10% crystals that we've had in the past like couple of months.
I did. You've got a big stash growing there.
Yeah, I don't even upgrade anybody until I get another. Like I have a T5 every class, and once I get another one, then I'll rank 3 somebody. Just because I just don't have that many people to rank, or they're unduped.
I think that's also something that I think is really, like, having been on both ends of the spectrum now. I mean, trust me, I really enjoyed the rewards that came with AQ1, so this isn't supposed to be a knock on that. But you're ranking for such different purposes, and I think my roster now shows that because of how I allocated resources.
Yeah, I know you came in, and whoever was at 1 and 2 at the time,
Yeah,
like, oh man, no.
it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna answer a few questions. I think a few people wrote things, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I gotta head out too in a few.
Really appreciate you sticking around, buddy. A lot. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
Of course.
John Lash, hi Vega. First time checking out the stream. Do you ever stream on Twitch? No, I don't. Is that something I should be doing? I've seen that more and more of people streaming on Twitch. And is it possible to stream on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously? So you don't really have to pick. I see Metal Sonic Dude answering a lot of questions. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And Dap, poker in 39 minutes. Do you do the poker? Dap, thanks for showing up, buddy. I appreciate that. Do you play in the poker night?
Yeah, I do. I do Tuesday nights. Saturdays a little. I'm usually, but I'm usually in the Tuesday night ones. I don't know about tonight, but
yeah, my in-laws are here, so I don't think my wife would be too happy with me streaming for 2 hours and then being like,
no, it's a good time though.
Sounds great. And I finally joined the chat, so I would like to do it. I just don't.
We all jump on Zoom and make fun of each other.
Really?
By each other, I mean Dreaming and Dap.
All right, I got to check that out sometime. And Twin Time Kate, she streams. Maybe I'll hit her up. I don't know her at all, but I've been told by other people that she's incredibly helpful to people who are trying to learn more about YouTube and all that stuff. So maybe I'll ask her how that works. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate y'all watching, and then, of course, sticking around. Is there anyone streaming right now that we should raid? I think Bourne said he was not streaming. Thanks, Hen. I appreciate it a lot. Champ, are you going to stream, buddy? I didn't realize you were still there. Katie is all right. Face, thank you so much, buddy. I'll hit you up offline, but I really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I don't think anyone's streaming right now. Yeah, no one's streaming, so maybe this is a good time for me to do it. So I always hate, streaming when there's someone who I would enjoy hanging out in their stream for a little bit. All right. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out. I really had a great time. And Super and Lakers, Slayer of Gods, you make the call. Do you have a link you could put in the chat? And you make the call. I'll be honest, I don't actually know either of them very well. Did I lose you guys? You're probably looking for the link. All right, let's go smaller. Smaller. I think that's always help those, and it's all relative, right? Oh, you can't put in a link. Super. Okay. Thanks so much, everybody. If you can, stop over there and tell them where you're coming from. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.